morning.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Love you.
Love you. I love you
She
too.
wasn't going to say it.
I love you too, honey.
Whatever.
Good morning, everybody.
Love you guys.
We love you too.
Saturday coffee chat.
So how was everyone's week? Ours was good.
Ours was good.
Week.
We actually, just go with the flow. We did laundry last week. And this one, you know, you go to the laundromat.
This one.
You, what?
This one.
She won't let me help, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay? I carry a few things. She's got it all folded. We go to Reno and, you know, come back from Reno from the laundry mat and get out of the car. We start unloading stuff. She's got this big basket of folded laundry and she trips coming up the stairs to the RV. And I'm like, oh my God, I just stood there and watched it all unfold.
Yeah, and did you help refold it?
Do you even get the joke?
Yes. Yes. I got the joke.
Forget it. So how was everyone's week?
Yeah, let's get back to that. Oh, gosh. So after we got done chatting with you last Saturday, we had a full campground.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we went to go clean on Sunday, guess what? There were no hot fires. There wasn't a bunch of trash around because they weren't holiday campers.
No.
Nope, everything was fine. We went zip, 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 cleaned everything without incidents.
We can really
Nice.
tell the difference between when we have a holiday and there are weekend campers and weekend warriors versus people who really camp and leave their campsite cleaner than it was before they got there. You can really tell the difference.
Yeah. And we're not knocking anybody that's not full-time, not by any means at all. But there is a difference between regular campers, people that go out several weekends during the summer. We realize that everybody has to work and they have full-time jobs Monday through Friday and they only get out on the weekends in the summer. We get that. It's the holiday campers that come out maybe 3 times a year and they just don't care.
No.
So there is a difference between the weekenders and the holiday campers.
Yeah.
So it's a big difference. So it was kind of nice to not have disasters at every site.
Hot fires, trash in the fire pits, things like that. So
I mean,
it
we
makes a big
occasionally
difference.
get that, but
Makes a big difference.
not as
though.
bad as. So Tuesday was a busy day for us.
Yeah.
It was our daughter's birthday, Jolene. Happy birthday, Jolene. We went to a wonderful lunch. But first, we had some very important business to take care of.
Yeah.
And we think that this is important, especially for full-time travelers. You should
Very
get
important.
your affairs in order.
Yeah.
Meaning,
Regardless of how old you are.
right.
It doesn't matter.
doesn't
if
matter.
you're in your 20s and you're a full-timer, or if you're in your 60s and you're a full-timer, get your affairs in order, and by that we mean all your legal papers. Get everything done and get it organized. Whether you're going to get a will in your 20s or you're going to wait till you're in your 60s to get something like that, get it done, because you never know what's going to happen out on the road.
You know, and anybody should do that. And it doesn't matter if you don't own, you think, I don't have anything. Your family is left to deal with it all. I know your computer, your passwords, your bank accounts, everybody has those, and it makes it really, really difficult on the family that you leave behind to get it all sorted out.
And with that said, include all social media, all online accounts, whether it be the bank accounts or anything like that. But I'm talking your Facebook, your Instagram, your WhatsApp, it doesn't matter what it is. Someone else should have your passwords. And then when you go to do the legal stuff with lawyers, make sure all that is included in it.
Yeah, we have a great attorney. She was recommended by our son-in-law, who is in the legal business too. And they are great, so thorough. I mean, they thought of things that I never thought of.
Yeah.
And, I mean, obviously it's their business, but in this day and age, there's all these things. And there was even a form we signed that said that anything else we acquire in our life is to be added to the family trust.
Yeah.
Even if we don't get the chance to get it to the lawyers and say, please add this to our trust, it's in this paperwork that says anything we acquire from the date we signed all those papers until we die belongs in the family trust. So that way the trustee has control over it.
And we've always talked about doing something like this, but we've always talked about doing something like this without acting on it. We've had instances in the past where family members have passed and it has caused just insurmountable amount, is that,
Yes.
can I say that? Of stress on other people, and it's like, we don't want that to happen. We don't want that to happen. We kept putting it off and putting it off. And then with what happened with my son made us really think this thing through. And I don't want this to happen to the rest of the kids.
Yeah.
We want everybody in the family to know where we are, what we have, what's going to happen to it when we're gone. It's really something important that you need to do if you have not done it yet. And we talked to these the legal people, the lawyers and that, and we did what's it called? A living trust?
Yeah, we did a living will, meaning
living will,
what
family.
to do with us if we're medically incapacitated and how we want our lives to end or not end. We did what our desires are for cremation, burial, whatever. That's been stated. The living trust with everything, and there's a will. So they're two different things.
So it doesn't have to go to probate.
That's the kicker
at
right
all.
there. Yeah.
At all. This thing is going to be divided up. We have one of the kids that we have denoted as going to be taking care of everything, and then it is just divided. Everything is taken care of
equally between the 5.
And you really need to buckle down and think about stuff like this as a full-time RVer.
Yeah, especially. I mean, you should do it anyway.
Yeah.
Because you never know when an accident could happen.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave. And it doesn't matter what your age is. Go get it done. And something that's great about this attorney's office is they're giving us one hard copy in a binder, everything all together, which we will give to our trustee. And then we get a thumb drive. So then from that thumb drive with all those papers, we'll make more thumb drives to give to each of the kids so that they all have.
For the rest of the family.
Yeah, so everybody will have a thumb drive too, because we'll give the binder with all the hard copies to our trustee. And then, so it's something very important. Yeah. And after a couple of things have happened in our lives, and we see what happens, we did not want to leave that for our family to deal with. So
anyway,
do
you ever think we could be serious?
I know.
That's it right there. It's never going to happen again.
Probably not. So after we had that busy Tuesday, I can't even remember what we did Wednesday. I don't think we did a heck of a lot.
No, we were pretty drained after reading all the legal paperwork. Yeah. I had been reading it anyway, but then when we went to sign everything and initial everything, and we had witnesses in there and it had to be notarized and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Wednesday we were just kind of like, whew, we actually got that done.
So Wednesday we really didn't
do a heck of a lot. And then Thursday she just worked all day while she was sick.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good. I'm still a little stuffy and stuff. I think it's allergies.
Yeah. The weather
gets into my sinuses.
The weather's changing here.
Yeah.
We've had nights as low as 25 degrees now, and the last couple nights it's been about 30. It's supposed to be in the low 20s, 22 to 25 over the next couple nights, and then it's supposed to rain. They're saying rain showers with a low of 25. I'm like, no, I don't think that's how it works.
Well, maybe it starts out rain way up there. Then as it's coming through the cold, it'll change to something else.
But with the weather changing, she starts getting headaches, and again,
when the pressure changes, it gets my sinuses really bad.
Affects her.
Yeah, so
she's doing a little bit better today, but she worked all day Thursday while doing this.
Yeah, it didn't feel good, but I got it all done. You know, a tax deadline, and so my sister needed this new client that dumped all this stuff on her. Like, oh yeah, and by the way, you know, we need to get this done. So I helped her get all that taken care of. And then yesterday
we had a great surprise.
We did.
First off, we're watching people come into the campground because we know by looking who's checking in, who's supposed to be here, and who's not supposed to be here. And I don't know what I was doing. I was talking on the phone with someone.
Were working.
And I said, oh, there goes a Jeep into the campground, and I don't know who it is. And she goes, should I go after him? And I went, nah, just let it go. No, just let it go. So I'm talking on the phone, and I see her over in the corner putting her hat on, putting her vest on, you know, and she's
my paperwork. And
she's
everything.
like, I'm gonna go get him.
Well, it took a while. The only tent site that we had was somewhere where we could see.
Yeah.
And the Jeep didn't come around. I'm like, okay, it's not them.
So she goes to track them down in the campground. And you found the Jeep parked at one of the entrances.
One of the gates you had to drive up.
There's a gate. And so what happened next?
So I pull up to the gate and I get out and this lady, she jumps out and says, surprise! And I was like, okay, surprise what? You're not supposed to be here? Or what? And she says, it's Dawn. And I went, hi, Dawn. And she says, Rick and Dawn. And I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? And I'm like, I can't remember. Who is this? This must be somebody I should be knowing. And yes, it was somebody I should be knowing. It was this wonderful couple, Rick and Dawn, that we met in April down in Pahrump.
Yeah.
They were at the same RV park where we were, and they have a Alpha Sia motorhome.
Yeah.
And so we were parked like right behind them. And so we started talking about our Alphas, and they're just a great couple. We enjoyed visiting with them, but it was a very quick visit when we saw them back in April.
It was.
And it was, and she had actually messaged me on Instagram, so I knew they were in the area, but I wasn't putting two and two together of who it was. So anyway, we ended up having a wonderful visit, and I heard from her this morning. She texted me and said how nice it was to get to hang with us, and we loved having them here and visiting with them. And she says that they got another big laugh over, surprise! I said, so did we, because I still feel terrible that I didn't recognize her. I'm sorry.
It's kind of cool.
We really like you guys, and we are very much looking forward to seeing you again somewhere along our travels this winter. It sounds like we're going to be in some of the same areas.
Yeah, they're going to Quartzsite for sure.
They've
never been, so they're probably going to end up in Quartzsite during the big show.
And what's cool is when we love our fifth wheel and we love the Alpha brand, but if we were to ever get an Alpha motorhome Class A, they have the model that we want.
Yeah, so we're coming to get yours.
After you guys get everything fixed.
Yeah, once you get it completely fixed, we want it.
We had walked through one at our Alpha Rally last year, and we really, really liked this particular model, and there aren't very many. I think there was only like 7 of them made.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have one of the 2 that we've seen.
Yeah.
But
it was great seeing you guys. It was so good
dogs,
catching up.
Gosh. They have these little itty bitty, and they were not yappers. They were so good.
Oh my gosh.
They weren't jumping all over the place. So sweet.
One
Lily and Daisy.
Yeah, 9-year-old Daisy.
9-year-old Daisy and 2-year-old Lily. So they were so cute.
Yep. You got along great with Bear.
Yeah, she doesn't mind the littler dogs.
Yeah, anything that's her size or smaller, she doesn't care about. If it's her size or bigger, she tends to get very protective of us. And she gets up next to us and pushes up against our legs, and she'll snarl once in a while.
Yeah.
But the smaller dog, she loves, and she loves to play and just has a great time.
Yeah, she did get in between me and the little dogs because I was petting them, and she was
much.
like, no, you're mine. She got in between us. But, that was a great surprise.
Yes, it was.
So after they left, I started, or was it before? I don't know when I started it.
We need to defrost our fridges. We should have taken a picture before we melted everything.
No, that would be embarrassing.
Oh
It
my
was so bad.
gosh.
You know, you've got food packed in there in the freezers and the fridge, and
Talk about global warming. This was just the opposite. It looked like the next ice age inside.
it did. It was bad.
It was the ice on the fins were so thick. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
But
It's
we've
very-
been sitting here all summer, you know.
Yeah, and you know, you keep the fridge packed and you're not
Yeah.
really paying attention, and we should really do it more often, especially when we have the luxury of having 2 refrigerators, because I
Yeah.
can just take everything and put it into one.
Yeah.
And the thing is timing, because you got to do it when you're not right after you've gone grocery shopping, but before you go grocery shopping and fill the refrigerator back
And see,
up.
I would do it like once a month, but I'm not allowed in the kitchen at all.
That is true. That is true. Well, you could just boss me around like always and say, "Hey, woman, get in there and defrost that fridge."
Like I can boss this one around.
Like I can boss that one around. This one and that one. That's what we should have shirts.
Yeah. I'm with this one. She's with that one.
I'm with that one. He's with this one. There's an idea for shirts, huh?
Golly.
So last night, what I did with the second refrigerator was I transferred everything over into one and then just let it drip its way down to nothing.
Yeah, it thawed out.
It thawed out, yep. So now I need to wipe it all out and get everything put back.
Clean it, turn it on, let it cool back down, and away we go. And also, we've been on electric all summer. So what I did yesterday before we refrigerator one, I put it on propane just to make sure, because I took a can of air and I blew out the back, got rid of all the dirt and dust that has accumulated over the last several months and made it look nice and pretty in there. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other one today, and then we'll run it on gas, let it cool down.
Verify that, it's working on gas.
Make sure the propane's flowing properly, because once we leave here, we're boondocking for a while.
Boondocking. Hope to anyway.
So
Yeah, so where are we headed from here?
we're headed away from here.
Yeah, we still don't know.
We still don't know. We've got another 4.5 to 5.5 weeks left here, and I'm still up in the air, depending on we're going to go this way to go south or we're going to go this way to go south. Don't
Who
know
knows?
yet.
Who knows? Gas prices are kind of what's dictating
It's really
it at the moment.
And you
so.
know, I want to go down through California, but I just don't want to pay the dang gas prices. It's anywhere from $1 to $2 cheaper per gallon for diesel in portions of Nevada than it is in California, and that starts adding up when it gets that big of a wide swing like that. So I just don't think we're going down through California.
So we may just go back the way we came up.
Yep.
We'll see.
We'll see. No hurry.
I was
It's kind of
thinking-
nice being a full-time RVer and not knowing where you're going because you're already there.
You're already home.
I'm already home.
We're already home. Yep. And I've said this before, but maybe new viewers haven't heard it. But when people say, I could never do that because I'm too much of a homebody, do that being full-time RVing and traveling. And we say, so are we. We're
Look around.
homebodies.
Here we are.
Take our home with us everywhere we go.
We love being
So-
home all the time.
Yeah. So,
That's about it for this week.
That's
You're all
about
caught up. And remember, we do have an Amazon link. If you shop on Amazon, I know the holidays are coming up. I know you don't want to hear me say that, but Christmas is around the corner.
yeah. And you know in your heart that it's going to be here like that.
So use our Amazon link. It's in the description below. If you're a brand new subscriber, welcome to the channel. We thank you guys so much for clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell, get notified every time we put up a video. If you are not a subscriber and you're just passing by, think about subscribing and come along and join our journey and go back and look at some of the old videos. We got some really good ones up there, and we've got some really bad ones up there.
Yeah, go way, way back. You'll get to
We
the
don't,
really
we don't
bad
try to
ones.
hide it. You want to see something that's funny, go back to the beginning.
I go, jeez.
Yeah.
Of course, some of you might say, what? You haven't changed much.
That's true.
I think
So-
we've gotten more comfortable talking to the camera,
Yeah.
which is an adjustment period, especially when you're out
Yeah.
walking around and you're carrying
Yeah.
a camera in your hand and you're da-da-da-da talking to it.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much
you.
for hanging with us and watching.
Yes.
Um,
Thanks for hanging with us during this lull in
Yeah.
activity.
yeah.
So
Our
we
camp
appreciate
hosting,
it.
or camp hosting lull for the summer.
Yes. Yep. But it's almost over, so things will be back to our other normal.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Have a wonderful week. We will see ya next Saturday.
See ya.
See ya.
Life is short, make it sweet.
Are you getting breakfast this morning? 'Cause Haley's all comfortable now. Haley's all comfortable now.
I can fix that. Come on, let's go.
That's not nice, oh baby.
Mommy's got to get off her duff and fix some food.
Oh, Kaylee.